Good morning, dear students. We are studying about the chapter The Happy Prince, and we are in the last part of the chapter. And we saw that the prince was there, and there was a swallow, and the swallow was about to die, and he just went near to the ears of the happy prince and told him that I am going. Then he thought that he is going to Egypt, and he tried to wish him, but he said that I am not going to Egypt, but I am going to die. And when the happy prince, when the swallow had died, the happy prince, the leaden heart of the happy prince had broken into two pieces. Early the next morning, the mayor was walking in the square below in company with the town councillors. As they passed the column, he looked up at the statue. "Dear me, how shabby the happy prince looks," he said. So the next morning, there was the mayor and the councillors was just walking around. So the mayor was walking around with his councillors. So when they were walking, and when they came near the pillar, when the column, near the column, then they found that the statue became very much shabby. So then they were very surprised to see. Till that time they did not notice that the statue was there, or how the statue is there. So they had made a statue very much attractive with a fully golden leaves, and decorated with the sapphire eyes, and there was a ruby on the sword. All this like very costly, very precious thing it was. But now when they saw this, became very much dull and very like a dirty looking thing. So they were, "Dear me, how shabby the happy prince looks," he said. "How shabby indeed," cried the town councillors, who always agreed with the mayor, and they went up to look at it. So the councillors also were there, and whatever the mayor says, then they used to agree. So they said that yes, how shabby it looks indeed, very shabby it is. So whatever the mayor says, that they used to agree with him and make a comment on that. So such a way this was there. So he just told that the statue is looking very much dull there, and they went up to have a look at it. "The ruby had fallen out of his sword, his eyes are gone, and he is golden no longer," said the mayor. "In fact, he is little better than a beggar." Now the condition of this happy prince is just like a beggar, or even just a little better than a beggar. Now the ruby which was there on the sword, that is lost. The sapphire which was there on his eyes, that is also lost, and the entire body of the statue was filled with the golden leaves, and that gold is also fully disappeared. Now nothing is there, so he just looked like a beggar. "A little better than a beggar," said the town councillors. Just like a beggar, so a little better than a beggars. "And here is actually a dead bird at his feet," continued the mayor. "We must really issue a proclamation that birds are not to be allowed to die here." And then when they looked at this one, then they found that there was a bird dying at the feet of this one, and he says that we have to make a notice written that birds are not permitted to die here. So we have to put a notice there for the birds. So that is what he says. So we should not allow the birds to die here. So we have to make a more notice board on the statue that the birds are not permitted to die here. And the town clerk made a note of the suggestion. So then the town clerk make a note down that, see, like they will be keeping such kind of a notice board there. Okay. So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince. "As he is no longer beautiful, he is no longer useful," said the art professor at the university. So they just, there was an art professor of the university, then he said that it is no longer beautiful, so that is no longer beautiful. No longer useful. It is no longer beautiful, so it is no longer useful. So there is no use with a dirty statue like this, so we have to throw it away. So what benefit is there though with the statue which is not having any kind of attraction? So the beauty of the statue will be there, then only it is looking nice. So a statue simply kept on the place is not going to give any much benefit. Okay. So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince, as he is no longer beautiful, he is no longer useful. Okay. Then they melted the statue in a furnace. What a strange thing, said the overseer of the workmen at the foundry. This broken lead heart will not melt in the furnace. We must throw it away. So they threw it on a dust heap where the dead swallow was also lying. So they had to throw away. So they were trying to they took it into a furnace, and it was made of like some metal. So they had to mold it and melt it and make some other thing, or can be used for making some other statue or something like that. So they melted the statue in a furnace. So there was a furnace. Furnace is a place where the metals and all are melted, or they make heated, and the heat is very the temperature is very much high, that they will be able to make it, and they make such kind of very hot temperature. These things are melted and made it into different shapes, or different statues, or different kinds of things are made. So such a way this was there. What a strange thing. And they found that there is something strange with the statue. The leaden heart of the said the overseer of the workmen at the foundry. Foundry here means a factory that melts metals. So foundry is a place where the metals and so on are melted and make it into different shapes, or different type of statue, or different ornaments, all these things. Okay. So different products are manufactured there by melting the things like metals. This broken lead heart will not melt in the furnace. So in the furnace, normally every things are getting melted in the furnace. So furnace is very hot. The temperature is very much high, that anything that you put into the furnace will be getting melted. But here they were trying to melt this one, and the entire statue was melted, but this leaden heart of the happy prince was not getting melted. So what they had no other way than to throw it away. So now there is no use. If you are not able to melt it, then it is having no use. So they have to throw it away. So this heart will not melt in the furnace. We must throw it away. So they threw it on a dust heap where the dead swallow was also lying. So they throw it away, and there is like dustbin place where the old garbage type of things and all are thrown. So into that place the broken heart of the happy prince also was thrown, and in the same place the dead body of the swallow was also thrown. So both of them came together now again. Bring me the two most precious things in the city, said God to one of his angels. And the angel brought him the leaden heart and the dead bird. So one after that the God has made an announcement to the angels that bring me the two most precious things in the city. So you go to the cities and search for the things, and two most precious things in the city. You find out two most precious things in the city. And these angels, when they went, they found two things which was the most precious one. One was the dead body of the swallow, and the leaden heart of the happy prince, which was broken when the swallow died. Okay, so their angels, they found that these two are the most precious things in the entire city. You have rightly chosen, said God, for in my garden of paradise these little birds shall sing forevermore, and in my city of gold the happy prince shall praise me. So he said that, he congratulated the angels for selecting the best things. So they had made a choice, and the God also was very pleased with the selection. So they were very happy that the angels had selected these happy prince, and the heart of the happy prince, and the dead body of the swallow. And they said that these two are the most precious things. The God also agreed that these two are the most precious things in the city. And for in my garden of paradise this little bird shall sing forevermore. And so the little swallow will be now this little swallow will be flying in the paradise and singing and enjoying their life in the entire paradise. And in my city of gold, the happy prince shall praise me. So now the happy prince also will be there in my city, and he will be praising God and being there. So the two most important or the two most precious things that they found was the happy prince, the leaden heart of the happy prince, and the swallow, and they were taken into the heaven by the angels of God. Okay, so that is all about the chapter. So thank you so much.